young, inexperienced caseworkers and polluted with bribes, high-priced bonuses for speedy adoption of terminated parents, and judges who don't practice law with the Constitution in their sights. This is a problem.
They take away the fathers, leaving just a mom and cubs. They know that with that out the way, the better things will go. Breaking apart the family, destroying the American way. Our legacy is built upon our families of yesterday. Fuck CPS, fuck CPS, fuck what they doing. Fuck CPS, they need to be ruined. It's all about the division of family services. You hear that the division, that's what they about. They prey upon the family, the ones that the dad's been kicked out. We can't stand for this abomination. This is the song that needs to play across our once great nation, making us aware of the problem. Stealing our kids, it's not mama drama. Stand up for those who are lost to them. We need to fight for the family, making America great again. CPS comes along with the mission to protect. The only thing they are doing is cashing in those checks, paid for by the souls of the children, diagnosed by a caseworker who is still a baby herself. They take away the fathers, leaving just the mom and cubs. They know that with that out the way, the better things will go. Breaking apart the family, destroying the American way. Our legacy is built upon our families of yesterday. Fuck CPS, fuck what they doing. Fuck CPS, they need to be ruined. It's all about the division of family services. You hear that the division, that's what they about. They prey upon the family, the ones that the dad's been kicked out. We can't stand for this abomination. This is the song that needs to play across our once great nation, making us aware of the problem. Stealing our kids, it's not mama drama. Stand up for those who are lost to them. We need to fight for the family, making America great again.
Psalm 127:3. Children are a heritage from the Lord, offspring a reward from Him. This suggests children are a precious gift from God to be valued and cared for.
In the United States, a child a minute is taken into DHS, CPS, and so on custody. The reality is their picks are already selected, you just don't know it. Being perfect no longer matters. It's what the adopting families are looking for.
Who is it stealing the children, you ask?
From caseworker to the White House, the buck stops at all levels, just not where it is supposed to be. The services your family needs, we the people have paid for to ensure your reunification. Title 4 says, reunify at all costs. United, we stand means nothing to us when it comes to family values. Children are being ripped away from their families. Parents are reverting to addictive behaviors to cover the pain. The trauma caused by child removal is just being recognized, and the results are atrocious. Termination of parental rights is not healthy for anyone, just profitable for the people enforcing the line.
It's time Washington listens to the cries of our children, the wails of their mothers, and the rage growing in the fathers. These are our children. Keep your damn hands off them. We are coming to act on the behalf of the children God gave us to protect, and you kidnapped.
All right, all right. Let's there we go. Got me out here. How are you doing tonight, Herbert?
Okay, how you doing, Vinny?
I'm doing all right, sir. How are you this evening?
Good.
Good, good, good. I'm trying to fix this background here, so bear with me for a second. I don't know why it's not working or what Darren did, because it's not showing my background, but that's okay. Um,
You received that video I sent you?
I haven't had a chance to look at it. It was a long day at work. I was,
Okay, it was CPS taking a child away from a woman.
yeah. They seem to be doing a lot more than that lately. I was just reading a post about a friend of mine. She did nothing wrong. Like she had no anything with CPS. She never had a case, never nothing, and they just came in and took her child from her.
That don't
So
even sound right.
yeah,
Based on my research on CPS, that don't even sound right.
no, she said it's a complex case. They're trying to charge her with all kinds of stupid shit, and
Well,
she's fighting.
what's this? Is this? Do you know if the stupid shit has anything to do with the safety of the child?
It doesn't. It has nothing to do with the safety of the child. Matter of fact, she lives in a very clean home. Um, there is no messes anywhere. There is nothing, and it's ridiculous what these people are getting away with doing.
I would like to know more about that case. I'm
I'm
really
trying.
trying to dig into it and try to understand so I can have a handle on it.
Yeah, I'm trying to find out myself. But I want to get this out there. It is a Saturday night. You're live with me, Vinny. This is my show, Saturdays. We are CPS victims hunting for justice. We have a chat box, which I got to put up here because I don't see it in the thing. Yeah, let's get that up there. There we go. Got the chat box going. Why are you so small, Herbert?
I'm not small. I'm the same size.
You don't. You
My
look
face is
really.
right up to the screen. My face is right on the screen.
Hold on. Let me see if I can fix the box problem here. Yeah, you show up very small. I don't.
No, what I'm trying to say is I got my whole face in your camera. So how
Yeah,
can I be
yeah.
small?
I don't know. It's showing you as small. Hold on. Let me. I don't know what Darren did something with the boxes the other day, and I don't understand that. Oh, there's Herbert. Um, I should be side by side with you, so I don't understand that.
You
Um,
just was, and then you
The
disappeared.
children in our
You
country are
were
being
there,
made to
and
be the victim
then
of a
you
situation
disappeared.
they are not.
there we go.
You were next. You were next to me, and then all of a sudden you did something. You disappeared.
Let me trying to figure out what's. Oh, there we go. There we go. So there's me and Herbert. Hi, Carrie. Hey, Durham. How are you doing, man? We haven't seen you lately. For anyone that wants to join and have a discussion, I'm going to drop the link into the box, which is right there for you guys. Boom. There's the link. So yeah, I'm still trying to get the rest of the story from her, but she was another one of them vague kind of detailings. So I'm still trying to find out really what the whole purpose of that is and what is going on with it.
In my world, this is what it sounds like to me. A person was driving their car, and then they got pulled over, and a police officer arrested them.
Right.
That's it. They were arrested and put in jail. They got in their car, they were driving down the street, they got pulled over, and they got put in handcuffs and arrested.
Let me
Do you see all the loopholes? Do you see all the loopholes in the middle? Like, why were you pulled over? What were you arrested for?
What were you doing?
What were you
Hey,
doing?
Durham.
Oh, I was just driving, minding my business.
So Durham, I gotta show you what I bought. I think you will find it hilarious.
Go for it. I have it.
Hello, Durham. How are you?
Too fake. Not good.
Not too good.
No, I've been a bit poorly for about a week.
Okay.
But I'm okay. I'm okay now.
Okay.
What's going on, Durham?
Hey. Nice one, Vinny.
I had to get one, you know.
You had to. Did you get Amazon?
No. Timu.
That's cool, isn't it?
Now I can be anonymous.
That's what you need to do now. You can do things with that mask.
Yep.
You can do a lot of things with that mask.
Now I can start up my new TikTok.
Yeah.
And use it on my new TikTok.
Exactly. Yeah. Stay within the law.
Yep.
Always.
So how you been? We haven't seen you in a bit.
No, because I've been ill with toothache. You can't get a dentist for love or money here.
No, it's hard to get a dentist here, too, man.
Really bad. So I've been nursing it for about a week. So I've not really been feeling up to anything. Plus, I've been like on pain relief, and the pain relief just makes me sleepy. So yeah.
I've been taking antibiotics just to kind of push the infection I have in my one tooth out, but
that feels good.
Anything new?
Not really.
No.
My attorney and my wife's attorney is looking into why my littlest one is always sick when she goes to visits. And it's been this way since the start. She's always got a cold or a runny nose, or she's really stuffy, or ears haven't been cleaned. Or she has to cut her fingernails. It's getting to the point where these people aren't taking care of my daughter, and that's abuse.
Yeah, we found our children were having colds and coughs and God knows what. And normally that means damp conditions. You know, if they're breathing in like mold or anything like that, it's gonna cause no end of problems. So that really needs to be checked, Vinny, because they could be living in damp conditions, you know.
Yeah.
No, and they'll be ill all the time.
Yeah, they're supposed to check into it and get back to us, I guess. So at least that's my response I got back from my attorney.
Yeah.
He is looking into it. And I know a lot of people frown upon certain attorneys, but you know, my attorney is doing his job.
That's good.
I was trying to tell that last night on the show. My attorney is actually fighting and trying to help me get my visitations and help me go after CPS for what they're doing to me. Because he sees the lies in itself.
Well, that's good. At
And,
least you've got someone backing you.
yeah, and I got my other attorney in the criminal case who backs me too. He may not answer all my questions when I ask him things, and he's very vague on certain things, but he is fighting, and I can give him credit and say that these two attorneys I have, that they're not regular attorneys where they're just going to turn a blind eye.
Well, that's good.
So that's
'Cause
why I'm
we
saying that,
we
people
get
are downing on all these attorneys. It's not the attorney's fault. It's CPS.
yeah.
CPS is leaning on the AAGs that they pay. All these AAGs that are under them, they pay. I have found that in Maine. They pay, like in my case, Aaron Cloud, or Cough, is paid by CPS. She is on their stuff. She's their AAG.
That's what happens here in the courts. It's like you're walking into a soap opera, and
Right.
they're just acting out and going through the motions. We're just there as like extras, in like when you get a cast of like movie stars, and then you get the extras in the background. That's all we are. We're not allowed to talk or have our say properly in court. Not at all.
Yeah, they silence you as a parent.
Yeah, we get about 20 minutes to give evidence, and that's it. And then they come out with all their spiel and stuff and all their bullshit, and then like the judge always seems to rule in their favor. It's all wrong, but it is what it is at the minute. But I'm going to be making an application to the Hague because that's where most of it's controlled. You got better chance with the Hague than you have with the local authorities here. Even though it's a war crimes court, they still have what they call the Hague Convention, and it overlooks child protection, adoptions, all that sort of stuff. So
that's kind of like here in Maine we have the Convention of States.
Yeah, but this is worldwide, Vinny. It's not just like Europe and that. It's worldwide. The Hague control everything. You got to think, right, when war criminals, they're from all over. They're not just from Europe or the States or anywhere. They're from all over the globe. Do you know what I mean? So the Hague controls all that, and it's got all the countries marked. And so I'm making an application to the Hague. There's one little trick I've got up my sleeve, but I can't really say it on here. Because
you don't want that knowing.
Just in case anyone's listening, because I've got one trick up my sleeve now.
That's a good thing. I mean, if you can fight to get your kids back and they allow that, that says a lot, Durham. That really does.
They're not going to know it's coming. Put it this way.
Yeah.
They're not. And believe me, Vinny, they are going to shit themselves when I do this.
I haven't made all my moves yet either, and when I do, they're not gonna know, because I tell you what, I'm doing it in silence.
This is it. The least people that know what I'm doing at the minute, the better. It's all about I don't know about you, Vinny, but we know when you go through this shit, right? You don't know who to trust.
No, you don't.
And then I've got like the children's services here. Oh, you don't trust us. You don't trust us. Well, what am I supposed to do? You've took my kids, right? You promised to help, and you did the opposite. You know what I mean? So
I don't trust them as far as I can throw them, and I guarantee you that I could pick some of them caseworkers up and throw them pretty far.
Yeah, no, definitely. Anything new with you, Herbert?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Anything new with you?
Nothing really new. I was sending Vinny and Carrie and everybody some situations where people were doing things to their kids, and CPS got involved. And I was hoping that Vinny would have saw that and talk about it, because as much as I understand the abolishment of CPS, what do we do when a parent is knowingly, intentionally hurting their child?
This is the balance that we need to find, because like I said the other night when I was on, that some parents do deserve the children's taken from them because they are at risk. But
Yes.
and I still stick to that. I still agree with that because
Yes.
a lot of children have died at the hands of the parents, and they're the ones that really do need saving. But at the same time, when you've got innocent parents, who maybe just need a little bit of help,
Carrie,
they don't help them, and that's the job they're paid to do. Um,
there's your answer right there, Herbert. Carrie said that story you sent me was crazy and sad, and I think she deserved to get arrested.
there's a fine balance, isn't there?
Yes. But you see, the story you gave me before, Vinny, about the lady who said she did nothing and then CPS took a child. Whoa, what's the story? I didn't hear a story.
But I haven't heard the whole story yet.
Yeah,
So
exactly. And that lady that Carrie said should be arrested, if you speak to her, she will tell you she did nothing wrong.
yeah.
There's been a few cases here where domestic violence was involved with a mother of 10 years ago. Yeah, so we got 10 years where the domestic violence happened. Right, that partner has gone 10 years ago, gone, but now has the child taken from her because of the past domestic violence, and that is totally wrong. They've turned around and said because you were a victim of domestic violence before, if you have a child now, you're more likely to attract the same kind, and it's wrong. You
Yeah.
can't help who you were with 10 years ago and now you have to have your children taken from you now. Well, no.
Well, that's like me. I can't help that I was married to a gold digger
Hmm.
and a swindler and someone who was abusive
Yeah.
and would just rather cheat on you behind your back without you knowing. And then one night I came home early and she wasn't expecting me home early, and I found her and my best friend in my bed.
Fuck it out. I don't know what I would have. That would have fucked my head up, to be honest.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
But I'm not allowed to discuss this with my older boy and let him know what exactly happened. And it's sad because he really needs to know what kind of mother his mother really is, and
How
he's
old's the
never
boy
going to
though?
see that.
Vinny, how old's the boy? How old's your oldest?
He's 19.
19. So that's okay. See, I wouldn't say nothing, me personally, to anything, but I can understand you have different ways of living in America and that. But if it was me, I would think I wouldn't do it myself to my child. I wouldn't. I wouldn't say nothing. I would leave it. But there again, it depends what situation you're in. You know,
Yeah.
if you're getting blamed for fucking everything, then obviously the truth has to come out. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, and well, yeah, Carrie. I'm trying to build back my relationship with him. I've been asking my attorneys and CPS um, for my son to be able to have contact with his older sister,
Uh-huh.
and they have denied him the right to speak with his sister. Well, oldest sister, because the little one, he doesn't really know. He hasn't met her. He met Trinity, and they talked for a little bit. And I want him to have a relationship with his sister, but they're not allowing it.
See, this is what happens. I've got 4 children that were taken. They're all split up now, so they're away from each other. And this is the damage that gets caused because they not get to see each other till later life, if they do.
And it states, yeah, and it
And
states
that's
in,
it's crazy.
and, and the funny part is, in Title 4E funding, it states that they want the siblings to have contact with each other.
Mm-hmm.
They can't stay together.
If they can't stay together, they should have contact with each other, and they're
Most
not
definitely.
doing that. So they're
That's
going against their own Title 4E funding. And I'm going to point that out to my attorney this week. I know he's in the office tonight, but I ain't gonna bug him because I don't like to bug him all the time. I know he's got other stuff he's dealing with, but yeah, that's a big thing. And Carrie, to go back and iterate to what you said about sober, I've been sober for almost 8 years now off of alcohol, and they're still trying to say that I'm a raging alcoholic and that I provided alcohol to a minor, but I've been sober 8 years.
I can understand what Carrie's saying there. That's another thing they use against you. If you was drinking heavily like 9 years ago, they'll use it now. And as I said, you'll go back to it. If someone's been off alcohol for that length of time, they're not going back to it.
No, and
That's no,
I've been offered it and I turned it down. I'm not interested.
exactly. That's because you turn your life around and you make changes. Everybody's allowed to make mistakes in life. Do you know what I mean? We're only human at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? And Carrie's definitely right there. They will use it.
Yeah.
They use anything. They went back to 1984 for me. 1984. I was carrying a pellet gun, right? I was carrying a pellet gun as a kid. Wouldn't harm anybody. You know what they put into the reports? That I was carrying shotguns.
A shotgun, huh?
They said I had 2 shotguns. I think if I'd have had 2 shotguns in this country, I'd have done jail time.
It's just like when someone puts a PFA on you. They put a PFA on you and they seize all your weapons. You never get them weapons back. You know it. I know it. I had some really nice swords that my wife had bought me. They were just decorative swords. They weren't even sharp.
Yeah,
They hung up on the wall.
Yeah.
They took them. They took my pellet gun. They took my BB gun. They took all my knives. I'm not going to see any of that shit.
Fucking decorative knives. You can have samurai swords in your house on a rack.
Yeah, but in my conditions it says no possessions of any weapon.
Fucking hell.
Even a hammer. I'm not allowed to have a hammer.
Are you not?
I'm serious. Seriously.
Fucking hell, man. So how are you supposed to get jobs done?
Exactly.
Jesus, man.
They got some asinine stipulations. I read back over them, and it's not court ordered. It's through the jail.
Okay, right. They take all your guns and this, that, and the other. You could easily get a bottle of bleach, right, and use that as a weapon.
Yep.
And that'll do a lot more damage than some things.
You can use anything as a weapon. I could hit somebody with my phone.
That's what I'm saying. You could use a stiletto heel. That's just bullshit. That use your fist. That's a weapon.
And he's tiny.
Yeah, it's
weaponized.
Well, may I chime in on that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. In the States, we have specific things that are considered weapon. Everything else is considered dangerous instrument.
Hey, Debbie.
Okay, so a kitchen
For
knife.
example, a gun, a knife, chuck of sticks. There's a number of other things that are considered weapons. Everything else is a dangerous instrument. For example, you could take a baseball bat. That's not a weapon. But when you swing at somebody with it, you're swinging a dangerous instrument.
So you're basically weaponizing it.
See, I guess what I'm trying to do is I use the proper terms of things. You may consider the device that you put ammunition in that goes in a gun a clip. No, it's not a clip. It's a magazine.
Magazine, yeah.
Okay. I'll give you another example. When somebody breaks in your house and takes your television set, you were not robbed. That's a burglary.
Yep.
A robbery is when somebody threatens you personally and takes something from you with the threat. That's a robbery.
Is that classed as a home invasion, Herbert?
So if somebody entered your house, you're not even home, and they took your TV set, that's not a robbery.
No.
It's a burglary.
Burglary, yeah.
Okay, so when we go to the word weapon, my brain goes into what exactly is the device?
Yeah.
You see, it could be considered a dangerous instrument. A car, for example, if driven wrongly, becomes a dangerous instrument that
Yeah.
can hurt somebody.
I'm with you. Yeah.
Yeah, I get that
So in
hurt.
a sense, it turns into a weapon because
Yeah.
it's traveling at a high speed towards a crowd of people.
So you're basically just weaponizing instruments.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you could put it that way. I mean, even a baseball cap, if it's swung the right way at somebody, it could put their eyeballs out.
That's right. It's like anything. See, education.
So, what's going on your side, Durham? Have you heard anything in the UK or?
No, it's just same old, same old, same old. People's doing lives online, just talking the same shit. But we've got a few things in the pipeline. But like I say, I've put an application into The Hague, so I'm going to wait for that to come back. I did that today. I'm going to go to the European Courts of Justice as well. So I'm thinking of like traveling to The Hague. It's only Holland, so it's only the Netherlands. I can get on from where I live, where I am. I can get on a ferry and go to Holland from where I live, because I live on the coast. So I can get the ferry. So yeah, I'll just wait for the application to come back.
So you're on the coast of England then?
Yeah, the northern coast, northeast coast of England, and it's cold.
Yeah, well, it is that time of year now.
It is. It's cold.
Yeah, and it's dropped down to like the 30s here. It's not freezing, but
Do you know?
it's
Do you know
been
what
like the upper 30s.
Do you know what it? Do you know what it was here this morning? 3 degrees.
No, what?
3.
Oh, geez.
3 degrees.
That's cold.
Oh, really cold, man. And then and the highest today was 12.
Yeah, the highest today here was 80.
See what I mean? 80.
And it's supposed to be the next couple of days, yeah.
I'm in the wrong country, mate, man. I like the heat, man.
Yeah, I do too, but not all year long.
Oh, I would love it.
I mean, we're supposed to be into fall by now, and our leaves are still, most of our leaves up here are still freaking green.
Mine's all blown off now.
So in Fahrenheit, it was 53.6 degrees in UK.
Shit. Cold, that is,
Yep, that's pretty cold.
It is.
No wonder why you guys went down in temperature really fast, because it didn't get that warm.
Well, apparently we get an Indian summer next week for about 4 days.
Yeah, that's probably what you're getting. What we're going to be getting this week. We have an Indian summer. It's supposed to be like 80s.
Yeah, the temperature, it's coming from Africa.
Hey, Durham, may I ask you a question?
You may.
What is the temperature now, to your knowledge, in France?
In France? Well, I'll just check that for you.
Like in Venice?
So look.
Isn't that cute? The bracelet and necklace.
Hi, Debbie. How are you tonight?
9 degrees.
Did you say 9 degrees?
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, is that centigrade or Fahrenheit?
That is Fahrenheit, obviously, isn't it? Celsius, isn't it?
Yeah,
okay.
Celsius.
So if we convert 9 degrees Celsius to Fahrenheit, what would that be?
You're going to get me doing this now. How would I know that?
You're making him do math over here, Herbert.
No. You could just ask what's the temperature in Fahrenheit in France.
48.2 degrees.
48. Okay, thank you.
You got family there on holiday or vacation? Or are you thinking of going to France?
My wife is going there.
Is she going there? Yeah. Where's she going? Paris. I've lost. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I think he's talking to his wife.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah, I was just telling her because she's going to go to France.
Is she going to Paris?
She's going to Venice.
Venice?
Venezuela.
No, Venice, France.
Oh, Venice, France. What's she going there for? Family or?
Yeah, she has a person, family that lives there. She visit.
Venice
She
is
gonna
Italy.
go?
Venice
She
is
gonna do?
Italy.
She gonna go drink some
She's going to be
wine?
going in the next few weeks in October.
You do realize Venice is Italy.
Oh, I said okay. Let me just ask her. I know she's going over there. Let me ask her. Karen, where are you going? What city are you going to in France? Oh, Paris.
There you go. I've been to Paris a few times.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I said Venice. I meant to say Paris.
Yeah.
So,
Ain't that
what's the
where
temperature like? What's the temperature in Fahrenheit in Paris?
That's what I've just done for you. Same. France as a whole, 48.2.
Fahrenheit.
Laugh out loud, Carrie.
But I did the temperature in France for you.
Okay.
You're not going?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
No, you know how to stay warm. Stay where you are.
Yeah.
How long a flight's that?
I'll ask.
Out of curiosity.
Approximately 12 hours.
That's not too bad.
Could be worse.
It could be.
So, Durham, I don't know if you heard the show last night, but
No.
we're gonna try to get everyone to come together. We were talking about it on the show last night, and finally put pen to paper, and finally start going after these people. You can actually go after a lot of them under color of law. Under USC 42, 241 and 242, violation under color of law. And this, I'm pretty sure if you look it up in your guys's state or country,
Yeah.
you can find the same thing because it does, that you guys, I'm pretty sure, are under admiralty law because you're close to the ocean. And that's what most of the lower courts are, is admiralty courts.
So,
They're-
they use maritime law.
yeah, yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can serve them under maritime law, and it will stick and hold in federal court.
Does it?
Yes. The one that Darren was on the show with a couple of nights ago, he showed a thing of him on the show. He told him the same thing. These 1983 USC 241 and 242 do stick. They're like the only thing that you can really do besides violation of due process under law. Those are the only two.
They're protected every which way, aren't they?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they are big time. Especially caseworkers. I was reading a thing about them, and they got immunity to a lot of shit.
I know. It's like they got diplomatic immunity, all of them.
Yep. And that's because they're a foreign identity.
Yeah, you see, that's what I thought. Because a lot of their it is because a lot of their stuff is funded from abroad.
Yep.
I know.
And there is proof out there that they are not training these caseworkers properly. And that's why we're having so many problems.
Oh.
They're too lazy and they want to use their AI software. And that's what really is about.
And to be honest with you, they shouldn't even be using that because it's not spot on.
No, it's not. And it tells them
not accurate at all.
and
Yeah,
it tells them whether they should reunify with the parent or not. Like
yeah,
in my case, you've missed a lot. I basically put some bull of stuff out there, and they went with it. In my case, I had my Jeopardy kind of hearing. It was like 10 minutes long. They agreed to everything that we changed in the Jeopardy order. They even agreed to look into placing my youngest daughter with my older sister, which means when she's there, because my sister wants nothing to do with this state. She don't even want their money. Um, that would mean my sister would supervise my visitation
right.
without the state involvement because I never contracted with CPS whatsoever.
That worked.
And it worked because they won't even contract with me because I won't contract with them.
Hey, Vinny, may I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure.
You have information or knowledge on where your daughter's at. Am I correct?
I know where both of them are. Yeah.
Good. Okay. Do the people, I guess you call them foster parents?
Yeah.
Okay. Do they have a working relationship with you?
I mean, I met Adam for the first time at my hearing. At the end, I was able to speak with him, and he shook my hand, and we talked a little bit. And then he was talking to my wife while I was talking to my attorney. But that was the first time ever that I actually met him in person.
Okay.
And we
Can you not? Can you not? Okay. We talk about how CPS is all out of whack and not doing things right and blah, 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 right?
Yep.
Okay. With that in mind, can you develop a working relationship with his name is Adam?
Yeah.
Can't you develop a working relationship with Adam so that if he takes your children to the playground or something, he can let you know, oh, yeah, we're going over to the playground on 51st Avenue today. You know what I mean?
well, they don't allow it right now.
Wait. We're talking about the crooked system.
Yeah, and the
Okay.
crooked system does
Okay, we're
not
talking
allow
about
it.
the crooked system.
Yeah, they
So
don't
why
allow it.
can't you and Adam be crooked too?
Because they watch everything that these foster parents
Adam,
do.
wait. There's no way they could watch every place Adam goes with your children. No way. And if you
No,
and Adam have a working relationship, then, oh yeah, we're going to go to the children's movie today, you know, which you happen to be going to also.
Yeah.
Can't you develop a working relationship like that?
Not until they change my bail conditions.
Until what?
They change my bail conditions.
Oh yes, I forgot. You can't go anywhere. Why
Not only
can't
that,
Adam? Why can't Adam take your kids to your place of employment for a little meal once in a while?
I doubt they're going to do that because they live almost 2 hours away.
Yeah.
That's how
Well,
far my
what's
daughter
2 hours? Round trip 4 hours, right? 4 hours. What is that going to be in gas, roughly? $25, $30?
He has a truck.
He has a truck, so probably like 40, 45.
Fine, let's make it $40. So is it not worth $50 to have him come to your place to get a meal? Hey, I'll give you $50 for gas.
They ain't gonna do that.
Why? 2 hours is nothing.
No,
But he's got a truck, so it sucks up a lot of electricity.
They ain't gonna do that.
They're not going to do that?
No.
Yeah.
Hello, gentlemen.
Hello, Darren.
Okay. So, and you can't do that ride yourself, right? Because you can't go that far.
I can only go out if it's a court hearing. Or to work.
What about
or to
video
my
calls? What
I couldn't
about Zoom?
I can't even do that right now. And my attorney doesn't want it to be Zoom. He wants it to be face to face.
Yes.
And that's what we stated on our Jeopardy order.
You
In-person
see,
contact.
what you're telling me is that CPS doesn't play fair. Am I correct?
They do not. Nope.
Okay, then why the hell are we playing fair?
What's
Well,
fair?
that's a good question.
What's
Well,
really
What I'm
not?
trying to say, if they don't want to play fair, why do we need to play fair?
There's nothing ever fair in their fucking games.
But there's nothing that's
No.
even fair because there's no rules.
That's
So what do
right.
you even
So,
fair?
so there's no rules. So then you just develop your own your own game plan to make things happen. If you got a good relationship with Adam, between you and Adam, you guys should be able to make something happen.
But this was the second time that I've talked to him. The first time I was pretty much silenced by this guy who said he was our caseworker, Anthony Pizzo, out of Augusta, Maine office, which he was at the court hearing. And I don't understand why, because he was taking off my case. So why are they putting caseworkers that have been taken off your case in a courtroom with you?
They're going to do what
That's
they
what
want
I
to do.
wanna know.
They're going to do what they want to do. But let's get back to Adam again.
All right.
Can
so
you
listen,
can
because
can
if
you
they wanna
talk to
call them-
Adam on the phone?
If they want
No.
to call them as a witness or whatever, then they have him there because he had privy to your case, right?
Can you
Yeah, they are previous to the case. Yeah.
Right. So that's why they're in the
Can-
courtroom.
can
Can't
your
say-
wife
yeah,
talk
yeah.
to Adam on the phone?
Yeah, she can text him anytime.
Good. So if she could text him, so can't you?
I cannot. He will not talk to me because of what the shit that they've said to him.
So who is this? Who are we talking about? I just
Adam
The
is the
foster-
Adam is
Adam-
the foster parent for one of Vinny's kids or both his kids.
No, my youngest daughter.
Oh, your youngest. So Adam is the foster parent for his youngest kid.
Oh, all right. Yeah, that's a tough.
And what I'm trying to do is develop a working relationship here between Vinny and Adam.
No.
Problem is, Vinny can only go A, B, or C and back to A again. A, B, C,
Well,
A. So
the problem-
I was trying to get
the real
Adam
problem-
to come over to Vinny's restaurant for a meal.
Well, the whole problem is that everything's in Adam's court. Vinny has no play in the game.
That's right.
No.
So that's why I'm trying to develop a working relationship with Vinny and Adam.
Well, the best thing Vinny can do is abide by the rules that Adam sets forth, right? Like, is that what we're saying here?
Yeah.
No, the rules is what CPS set forth.
Well, how does Adam feel about this? Put CPS aside. What's his take on all of this?
Good question. What does this take, Vinny, on CPS?
I don't know. I mean, that would be something that Lynn would have to answer because she's talked to him more than I have.
Then why don't you get Lynn to find out if you guys could develop a working relationship?
You're not able to if the caseworker's told the foster parent a load of bullshit.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank
Oh,
you.
yeah, they have. They have, and they've definitely lied to him because when he first met me in the courtroom afterward, I don't think he realized, what kind of person I really was. Because for a man to shake your hand and actually carry on a conversation with you and understand that you have more care about your daughter's interests, and he heard me blatantly tell him, she ain't gonna gain much weight because when I was a kid, I was just like her.
And
I have a high metabolism.
I also told them that their older sister was the same way.
Who's that talking? Who's talking? I hear a lady talking. I don't know who that is.
That's Lynn.
Oh, tell Lynn to come on and talk to us.
Hey, Vinny, you got to shave, buddy.
Yeah, I know.
Vinny,
right there.
why don't you tell Lynn to come on and talk to us?
He's right there.
If you're looking with your eyes, not your ear, you'd see.
Yeah, well, my volume is extremely low because my earplug things blew out.
Oh, Jesus, you already broke them?
No. The battery went. I got to charge it up.
Hey, Durham.
Well,
Yo,
How come we can't, when these when these caseworkers get involved like this and they tell the foster parents a bunch of bullshit, how come we can't charge them with interfering in a court case?
Because they're fucking part of the problem.
Right?
They're part of the problem. If they're getting paid all this fucking money, they're not going to turn around and start sticking up for you. For us.
Right.
No.
Why can't we, as the parents and so on, use that as an interference in parental affairs?
You might want to look into that. To be honest with you, that's a good question, because I'm going to have to look into that now.
Yeah, that
right,
is a good
because
question, so.
yeah, because they've got no in this country, they've got no parental responsibility.
Right. And Benny still has all the responsibilities of his kids right now.
Right. They haven't terminated my rights.
Right.
So
Yeah. So the caseworkers, right, should be fucking coming through you.
Yeah, well, they're doing that to me, Carrie, and the attorney said that he saw it. He saw parental alienation, and he also saw coercion. And he read a police report, and even the cop is lying in her police report. He said it right out loud to me. He's like, "This cop is obviously lying."
So the rules state this. It states that as long as you are still their parent, you're supposed to be notified about every doctor's appointment, every school thing, everything that they have. Not only are you supposed to be notified, but you get say in some of these situations.
Also,
I see that a lot of parents get just yanked on this stuff.
Yeah, and you should also be present at these examinations and doctors and appointments and that. And you're not.
Yeah, and my wife's not. They took that away from her.
Yeah,
so why can't we say that that's interference in parental? What is the proper term for what I'm trying to say here? There's a real court-like term for it. Interference in the parental, because they will turn it around on us sometimes. Interference in interference in parental custodial. Let me look here. I'll be right back with that. Because I don't see why we can't start using that against them. Just like the errors of the caseworkers don't supersede the errors of the parents. So if they're lying and they're not doing things right, those errors are supposed to be far more superior than the ones that they're accusing us of. But no one's pulling that up in the courtrooms either. Like, it should be like a pissing match when you go inside that courtroom, right? It should be like, Your Honor, well, the parents did this. Well, Your Honor, guess what? The caseworker did this. And then they're supposed to be trumped, right? Because they're supposed to be, the error of them are just supposed to supersede. But again, no one's doing these things. So we need to really look at this stuff. And Vinny, like, your case is perfect to do all of these things, to lead the way with this shit, because it's so blatantly evident that it's there.
Oh yeah, it's there.
That you could actually lay it down and it could be used, in the future for a lot of people if you use it correctly.
I'm actually in the process of emailing both attorneys, her attorney and my attorney. Right now, I know I wasn't going to bug him, but I feel that, that's, I'm not allowed to have any conversations with Adam about what's going on with her. I'm not allowed to even hear about her doctor's appointments. They took me off her medical records, and blocked me from it. Like, completely blocked me from my daughter's medical records.
Okay, you're blocked from your daughter's medical records, but your wife can ascertain information about that. Am I correct?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, so then you do have a conduit of finding out information through your wife.
That's not the point. The point is that he's her father and he deserves to have every bit of that respect given to him.
There's a reason why he's blocked, though, Darren. There's a reason for why he's blocked.
They do the same in the UK, man. They won't let you They won't let you to the children's medical records.
They did it to me too, but nonetheless, they let my wife have privy, but not me. But the point is they're cutting us nuts off as fathers here.
Okay, so listen. They're cutting your nuts off, Darren, and they're cutting Vinny's nuts off too. But here's the thing: we have a conduit, and a conduit is Mary in your case and Lynn in Vinny's case. So he wants to ascertain information. He could go through his wife to get that information from Adam.
Well, does Vinny really want the information, or does he want the respect that he deserves as a father?
Not going to get the respect. The way the CPS system is, the way things are going with CPS, you're not going to do that. So you have to develop a new game plan on how to circumvent that. And
No,
way of circumventing that is you're fortunate that both of your wives can touch bases with those foster people, so you can get that information.
And both wives do such deals, but they have to. The point is that they're ripping us apart, Herbert. That's the whole thing here. It's really
I
not
realize that, but that's what you're fighting. You're fighting, and this fight will go on and on and on like the Gaza Strip. So what I'm trying to say is that if you could circumvent the final information through your wives for now, that works for now. There's some people that don't have that ability. What if you didn't have Mary and what's his name, Vinny didn't have Lynn? You would never find out about your kid.
Well, we don't have any contact now, but yeah.
No. I'm going to use Vinny. Vinny has Lynn for his children. Okay, so let's say there was no Lynn in Vinny's life. He would have no way of contacting Adam. No way. But he does have a conduit, and that's his wife.
Yes, sir.
And he could find out information.
Unwarranted state intrusion, overreach of authority, parental rights.
All right, that's it right there, right?
Yeah, CPS.
Mm-hmm.
It's when the interference is deemed improper or excessive. It can also be referred to as unwarranted state intrusion, overreach of authority, or parental rights, violation.
Yep, there it is.
Yes, and how do we handle that? How do we deal with that?
Yeah, I'm looking.
Because if we can do this, this is what sets everybody back on track.
Wait a minute. Can you type that in the box, Durham?
No, because it's too big, but I can send it to Darren.
Send it to Darren. So
I'll send it to
so
Darren
he can
via
send it to me.
Yeah, via email. I will.
Yes, sir.
But it's just saying, what's it saying? Some legal advocacy groups may also refer this as family policing or unjust removal in context where the CPS believe is disrupting the family. It goes on for ages. I'll have to send it you.
Yes, sir.
All right. But it's
Does
definitely
that look like something that you guys should be able to use too, right, Durham?
Yeah, pretty much like.
And what we need to do is ram it down these people's fucking throats so that they start listening. We don't give up on this shit. We pound it down them because we're like, no, this is the law is the law. There's no misinterpretation in what you just said. That's clear as day what that means. There's no like, oh, you misinterpret how that reads. Nope. No. We all read English, whether it's from the UK or from the United States, just a little bit different versions. But it all says the states cannot.
Yeah, because it's saying here, it's saying the term is often used to describe child protective services or similar agencies interfering with a parent's responsibilities. So there it is, black and white.
Yes, sir. That's it. We ram that down their throats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I should imagine if
you see, my theory is play their game, learn their game, and beat them at their own game.
That's what you have to do.
Well, is contraband allowed in prisons? No. So, is contraband in prisons? Yes. So learn their game and beat them at their own game, because we continue to fight to change their game. Yes, I'm not denying that. You need to keep fighting to change their game. But in the interim, learn their game and learn how to work around their game.
They have no playbook. They're just liars.
Oh, they got a playbook. You learn their playbook and you learn how to circumvent that playbook.
Durham,
because it's going to be a long time before you get things changed. I just listen to you guys. It's going to take a long time to get things changed. So therefore, learn their game, play their game, but circumvent their game to get your own gain.
Only because we as parents have been weakened by them. Only because we as parents have had these court-appointed attorneys that are just fluffing their feet and just wasting their time. What you need to realize is that you can do this yourself. You can go into courts and you can escalate this by, saying that you need this done ex parte or whatever. There's things that you can do, but their court-appointed attorneys aren't allowing you to do these things. They are going just by the Title IV funding book themselves. 6 months, 6 months, 6 months. Everything that goes on in these cases are based upon when they get their financial incentives. That's what it's all based on. The
Darren?
reviews, everything.
Darren, have you heard of the due process clause of the 14th Amendment?
I know a little bit about it, but please
It says
go on.
the U.S. Constitution protects parental rights under the due process clause. Courts have repeatedly held that parents have a fundamental right to raise their children without undue government interference.
Yes, I've heard this, and the 14th Amendment is the one too that that they say that you have to stand on for your federal cases too. So yeah, let me pull that up.
And then there's something else, the Adoption and Safe Families Act.
Yeah,
it was passed in 1997. This law aims to reduce the time children spend in foster care and promote adoption when necessary. It balances parental rights with the child's needs. That's similar to what I was.
That right there is called bonuses for selling kids.
Yeah, it is for stealing children. Yeah.
Yep. That's exactly it.
It is.
When it says that you get X amount of dollars for getting rid of adopting a kid off, in an X amount of time, why? Why would you do that? Why wouldn't you take, if the parental relationship is what is supposed to be so coveted here and so special and so amazing, so much so that it's mentioned in the Constitution of the United States, or at least in one of the amendments of it, and it has all of this attention to all of these things and has so many people, why are they so quick to destroy the relationship with a child and their parents?
Vinny, have you checked out their procedures from top to bottom?
I have read half of them. I haven't got to the other half yet, but I plan to this week. Yeah,
you need to read from top to bottom, because they'll do something, right? And they've only got to make one mistake in their procedures and then get it thrown out.
Well, I've already found a couple of them. Like there's one in there where the CAC video we're supposed to be notified of any of the children, and they failed to do so with my daughter Trinity. They had a CAC video, but they have not released it at all, and not even the attorneys have it. That's a blatant violation of their policy and procedure.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I always read their policies and procedures, because you'll find something they haven't done, something they should have done. Do you know what I mean? So that's why it's always really good to read the whole lot as a whole, and you'll probably find that you'll catch them out with a lot of stuff. And believe me, courts in this country, if they don't stick to procedure, I've known 9 out of 10 it gets chucked out.
I'm putting that into this thing too,
because these people don't believe in sticking to the rules and regulations, man. They've got their eyes fixed on the money for them children, and that's it. That's all they fucking care about, man.
It's paying the way. I mean, it's paying their way.
Exactly. So if you can catch them out.
So how about this? How about if we make our children worthless to them in that way? How do we do that? How do we make our children not able to be worth $1 to them? How do you take the dollars out of the children?
By waking the rest of the fucking public up, basically.
Yeah, but it's easier than this, Durham. Listen, I've been saying since the beginning of all this, we've all made this so complicated.
It's never going to work.
It's very easy. We're all overlooking all of this.
Okay, Darren, explain.
I'm just saying that, look, it's as simple as this statement right here. All persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside. No state shall make or enforce any law which shall abridge the privileges or immunities of citizens of the United States, nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor deny to any person within its jurisdiction the equal protection of the laws. Okay. We didn't get due process. We got contracted. They came in, they made you sign a contract to leave. That's not due process. So it's very simple. We just need everybody else to act on this. It's very, very simple.
Right.
Everybody has made it so convoluted with all this other crap.
I'm going to tell you something now. I'm going to tell you something now, right? My father comes from a different country to me, okay? So I am going to use his birth certificate to get my passport for that country, right? Which makes me a citizen of that country. Then I'm going to The Hague, right? And I'm going to European courts, and I'm going to, and then you see, once I'm a citizen of that country, so are my children. So then I bring another country into my problem. Why I've only got a UK passport? I can't do that. You watch them shit themselves when I bring this other country in. And that's all, and that is all I can say. I can't tell you the ins and outs. That's what I was trying to tell you earlier, Vinny, but I can't say because you don't know who's looking in, you know?
Yeah, true that.
You know, but that's what I'm going to do. And I know it's going to work because it's worked with another person that I know.
There's actually a website, and I'll tell you about it later, Vinny, when we're off the show, that assists you in doing such things. And I believe it actually puts you, abuts you with Durham's country. But I'll tell you about that after the show.
Yeah.
All right, so
definitely.
how do we do it with the states? Because we have states and not countries. Overseas, every thing what appears to be a state is a different country. Whereas here, you have the state of Maine, or if we would make a comparison study, you have the country of Maine, the country of Vermont, the country of Massachusetts. So we don't have that. We have all states. So how would that work out here, Darren?
You have to go by each individual constitution.
The Constitution applies to all the states.
What? It's just an ocean.
Yeah, but it's written.
Hey,
it's
just
written
an
different.
ocean, guys. It's just an ocean, and we have the internet. Understand?
No. I don't think you follow me. I'm listening to what you're saying, Darren, and I listened to what Durham was saying. And I'm saying to Durham that if I made the comparison to what's going over in the European area, every country over there will be states over here.
Pretty much.
So
like
every
this.
state that we have here is like a different country.
Stop. Listen, I'll go to Switzerland. I'll become a citizen of Switzerland, for say.
Yeah.
I will take care of my paperwork there. Then my children will now be products and citizens of Switzerland, which means that the United States government no longer has anything to do with my children. Give me my kids back. The consulate from another country help you get your kid back.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
So that's how it's done.
Okay.
I don't know if it's Switzerland or not. I'm just saying someplace.
No, that's a good. Just giving us an example. Yeah, I get it. You go to Switzerland, you become a citizen. Now, if you become a citizen in Switzerland, what does that have to do with your children?
They're your kids.
Because they're Darren's children. And if Darren's a citizen of Switzerland, he gets the passport. The children can have the passport. That means they're no longer the children of the United States. And it doesn't matter. I don't know whether it does in your country, but my children can be born like in England, but because of my father, right, being in a different country, I'm automatically a citizen because of my father. But once I become once I've got that passport in my hand, my children then become citizens of wherever. It's I'm trying.
Okay.
I could say in plain fucking English and come out with all of it, but
right.
I don't know.
No,
I don't know who's looking at it.
Don't get yourself chopped up in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, don't.
I'm not gonna. You watch these people shit the fuck themselves.
Yep, they will too because they're like, what just happened?
You know what else everybody forgets? You have the birth. We all have the birth certificates.
Exactly.
Possession's 9/10. If you have a title to a truck, doesn't matter if Vinny has it, anybody else has it. You get that truck. That truck's yours. The title is everything. That's why you don't keep it in your glove box. We have our kids' birth certificates.
Exactly.
These are our children. Period. Prove me
Yes,
wrong.
we do.
Prove me wrong.
Yep.
Go to the sheriff's office and say, prove me wrong that I'm not these people's parents, these children's parents, and tell me that these people are. Prove me wrong.
Mm.
How are you going to do it?
You can't.
No, you can't.
Because it's got the birth certificates have the official seal of the state
Right.
on them.
With a witness. But also,
Right.
there's this. A law repugnant to the Constitution is void. Do you understand what that means?
Yep.
A law that doesn't abide by this country's Constitution, which is what the 14th Amendment
It's
says,
void.
is void.
Yep.
That's what we call void ab initio. Void ab initio does not need to be adjudicated on. It doesn't need to be anything on, because the ruling was what's happened is so ridiculous that all you have to do is write the void ab initio, file it with the clerk, and it is good as gold. Then you go and you get your kid back, because that void ab initio will now be in the court files as law, as word.
Can you send me that stuff?
That's fact. Yes, thank you, dear. Yeah, I was saying we have them that we've worked on. We're just trying to perfect them because you just wanted 100%. And then what you would do is you would go to the police station. You'd go to your local sheriff's office.
Yeah. Good luck getting me near a sheriff's office.
Listen, the sheriff is the main vein here. The sheriff is the one that has to uphold the Constitution. That's their job, their main job. If they do not, then they get charged with treason.
These cops up here do not.
Everybody keeps forgetting, at least in this country. Like, we are letting them overrun our rights.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Cumberland County sheriffs up here, Jared, are corrupt as shit.
So we push them out. We've got the power. Yeah, that's why they're the last real law enforcement that there is, the sheriffs, because they're voted. We put them into place. We take them out.
Yep, we need to do it.
So we need to go. We need to unite.
And we need to start. We need to start with Officer Lieutenant Gagnon of Cumberland County Sheriffs, because that man thinks that he can do as he wants with his badge and get away with it.
You know what, Benny? He swore an oath. He swore an oath, and if he's doing things unconstitutionally, then bring him up on charges.
Well, why don't you bring him up on charges?
That's why I served him under color of law.
Go a step further.
And I also reported the jail for mistreatment.
Good. See, it's time that we all start acting, and these rules are set right in front of all of us, guys. They're all right there. Even with you, Durham, they're all right there. But everybody's telling us that we can't do it, but we can.
Do it because you can't. There's nothing.
Right. The only thing that's stopping it is us.
You just got to unpick it. That's all it is.
Right. Yes, sir. You're absolutely 100% right, Durham.
That's all it is.
And once we put a nick in this little thing, it's going to come crashing down, because you know what? All of our cases are similar.
So how do we put the nick into it?
We all have to come together and fight together. That's the only way it's going to happen.
We start going, and we do I'm pretty sure that that's the blueprint. I've been working on this for a long time. I'm pretty sure that that's the blueprint for everybody. Now, I don't know if that works for you, Durham, the void ab initio, but I think that's even comes from your guys' terms. So I'm sure that you have void ab initio as well.
Yeah, because his courts are operating under the same as ours, admiralty law.
Right. So you should have void ab initio as well. The difference is you got to find something that makes your contracts makes it show that the contract isn't right. You know, like that they contract. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna look at something right here. Because of Ashley, I found this neat little thing. I can't say what it is, but it's pretty cool. Thank you, Ashley.
How do we bring together hundreds of people who have similar situations?
Agreed, Ashley.
Kids back.
How do we bring together hundreds of people that have similar situations?
Start putting it.
We have to we have to spread the word. We have to get the word out to people. Start do like what you did. Question these people in the store and ask them, do you know about CPS? And if they say no, and you said, do you got a minute? Can we explain to you, what CPS is really about? And then it spreads word by mouth.
You know what we're going to do? We're going to start putting out information cards. Okay, get loads of information cards and putting them on every single car, on the windshield wipers.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And just start putting them hundreds and hundreds of cars. Just keep sticking them to the cars. We can't, because that's what I'm talking to some lady about at the minute. And then I'm going to be printing off information leaflets and shoving them through people's doors.
How about Herbert? How about you're a pilot? Why don't we put bags and bags of them together and dump them from the sky like they used to in World War II?
That's really cool. Except for somebody catch the numbers on my plane, then I'm screwed.
Herbert, it's not always about doing the right thing. It's about doing the right thing for a cause.
No, it can be done at nighttime.
Yep. There we go. That away. That's what we're doing.
Then what's on the paper? What does it identify? Because that's what the officials will go after.
It'll say what we got to do. If your kids have been taken, do this, 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 and this.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just information, knowledge.
Well, we'll see what they have to say. I'll read to you guys what I said in this email. Because I attached my wife's attorney too, and but it states. Let me read it to you. So here it says, "Good evening. I know it's Saturday. I want to discuss this parental alienation going on in this case. 1. They blocked me from talking to the foster parents, which I still have my parental rights. 2. They keep saying Trinity does not want contact with either of us, which is a intrudent on my rights as a parent. 3. They blocked me from receiving any notice of my daughter's appointments, either of them, and same with my wife. 4. U.S. protects fundamental rights under state constitution of due process of law, which has very much so been broken in this entire case. 5. They denied everything and blatantly violated their own policies and procedures by having a CAC video with Trinity without any notification to either of us." And I left it at that.
Yeah, it's good, man. You should.
This way, I've also got my documentation that I said this.
Yeah, and then you should end it with these errors supersede that of the parent. Therefore, give me back my kid. I asked for a dismissal of the case.
I don't know how anybody can take someone's child from them like this.
And could you imagine? Can you imagine? And then can you imagine having parents fight against you this hard and still say that you can't do this? Still say that this is, you're going to take their kids anyway? That you have parents that are doing podcasts, spending 24 hours a day on these chat rooms and groups and developing plans and schemes, and they're going to say that you aren't fit to be a parent and that you don't care?
That's what I'm saying.
Yet I've been fighting this entire time since the start of this.
You have to be a real asshole, man. Anyway.
You need to keep all this recorded anyway, Darren, so when you do get your child back, right, she can see it.
Yes, sir.
And then,
it is.
And then I think I really do think that the children see this and they think, shit, these bastards have been lying to us all along. They did. Yeah. Our parents did fight for us.
Yep, and they better hold the frig on, because you know what? If we don't get hold of them, next generation of our kids sure as shit will. Yeah, they will come flying off their pants and sue the shit out of them.
Yep.
So their game is really almost over.
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. I think they know it as well.
But I think that we should fight to get foster parents on our side.
Good luck with that when they're getting paid so much money.
Right. That's what they'll tell you. That's what my cousins
Right.
told us when they stopped talking to us. They said, "We work for the state now. We can't talk to you." That's exactly the last words my cousin told me. We
Too
work
much
for the
money
state.
in it.
Right.
Too much money. Take the money away. This won't be happening.
Agree with that, Carrie, because my criminal attorney does that. He doesn't. He just tells me, oh well, that doesn't apply, or that doesn't fit here, and it's like, don't give me excuses, dude. I know what you're saying. You're saying you can't do it because the bar won't let you, and that's what it is.
And they're full of shit.
They are full of shit as well.
Yep.
Look, it would cost them
So
less.
on that note,
Go on.
right. So on that note, we're gonna do final words for the evening.
Well, I
All
do
right.
apologize.
We'll start with. Yeah, go ahead, Durham.
First of all, I'd like to apologize for my shitty toothache, and I haven't been on for nearly a week. It's all just stick together. Yeah, we're on both sides of the fucking ocean of water, but you know what it is? We've all got similar cases, and if we can help each other, so be it. And fuck these bastards once and for all. Sorry for the swearing, but it gets me angry. It really, they really piss me off.
It's all good. It's all good, Durham.
Yeah.
And we're glad that you were able to come on tonight. That's awesome. I appreciate that.
No
I'm
problem.
glad it wasn't something serious that was wrong with you. We were worried.
Yeah.
No, fucking.
Yeah, we were all worried.
No, and people was worried. They was like ringing me, and I was like, "I've got toothache. Leave me alone." Fucking, that's there's nothing wrong. I'm not hurt or anything. Because I was medicated up because of that much pain. So I was just throwing fucking pills down my throat. So I was asleep most of the time. So
You needed a rest.
Yeah, so toothache had its perks, like so.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
that's funny.
There we go. See, Carrie just said it right there.
You understand, Durham? Just missed you and was worried. Love you, Carrie.
Herbert, last words?
CPS is a thorn in our side. You need to learn everything you can about CPS, all their ins, all their outs, all the games they play, circumvent and beat them at their own game by avoiding to be a target of CPS. That way you keep yourself and your children safe away from that system.
Very nice.
Yep. Make sure anyone who is in the comments, if you got last words, throw them up right now while we're still live. Darren, last words?
My last words are going to be this. Check out our Facebook page. I just put the link in there. So check out this group that I've built for all of us since Durham and all of us are together. It is the Child Protection. Here we go. It is the International Injustice page. Injustices, Child Protection Fraud. So check this group out, and the link is inside of here. So make sure you guys join in this group, and this is going to be our home base, I think. So
Darren, bring that back down again, and I'll take a photograph of it.
Which one, buddy? Oh, you want the top?
Just scroll down so I can take a quick photograph. When it decides, fuck, what's it saying this shit for now? Change location. Fuck off. Fucking location. Cheers, buddy. Thank you.
You got it, bud.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Everybody join in on that stuff, and have a good weekend.
Take care.
All right. My last words for the evening is this: keep fighting, never give up hope. There is hope. You just have to know what you stand for and where you stand. Stop letting CPS in your home without a search warrant or warrant for that matter. You do not have to let them in your home. Make sure you document everything with them, emails, text, everything, because it will help you further down the line. So with that said, I hope you all have a safe and great weekend. and we will see you back here.
Vinny, Carrie has some last words. It says, my last words,
Oh,
don't
yep,
ever give
yep,
up.
yeah, I see it.
And knowledge is power. Do not ever be afraid or worried about being judged here.
Yep. Amen, Carrie. Amen to that. So, with that, I hope you all have a great weekend. Stay safe and do not let CPS in your house without a warrant. Until next time, we're out of here.
Who has been torn away from their security blanket, their parents, the ones who stopped the boogeyman from terrorizing the nights and curing their boo-boos when they scrape their knees. Now just imagine how they mightest feel when the CPS meant to protect them tears them away from their supposed abusers and places them with strangers who have zero comforting skills. They need to be calm. They are confused, lost, panicked, and needing their parents, but CPS took them away for the purpose of saving them. The kids don't even know why, and they are told that the parents they attach to no longer want them. What do you think that does? Do you think that this is how protecting children is supposed to look? Abolish CPS.